Now, Apple just launched the iPhone 16e, and it has a big problem. And it's pretty obvious, it's the price. Now, the iPhone 16e is supposed to be the successor to the iPhone SE, the second generation iPhone SE. And the price is $600 or 60,000 rupees. And that price tag doesn't make any sense. I mean, when you look at the phone, the basic specs are, it gets an A18 processor, not the Pro, the regular A18, with one less GPU core, I think. And then it gets the 48 megapixel camera that's currently being used in the iPhone lineup. Now, whether it's the sensor from the Pro or the regular, I'm not sure. But yeah, it gets a 48 megapixel sensor, which is a big upgrade. But the main problem is the design. It's basically using the body of an iPhone 14, and the design and the display is basically a notch display, and that's a big issue. Now, I don't know whether the display tech is brand new. I think it's brand new, but they're still using the notch. That's a big problem, especially considering the price tag, because when you look at what the other phones are available, you can get the iPhone 16 for $200 or something more, and the iPhone 15 with offers is basically the same price. So why would you buy this phone? I mean, the only advantage this has over the other phones is, well, when you look at the 16, it doesn't have any advantage. But I think this is more a comparison between this and the 15. And compared to the 15, yes, you could say it has the brand new A18 chip, which is 2 years ahead of the chip on the 15, which is really more powerful. But honestly, with the power that these modern day smartphone chips create, I don't think it's really going to make much of a difference to most people. I mean, you only see these differences when you do high-end video editing or serious gaming. That's when you see this difference. But for regular day-to-day use, when using most apps, the processor doesn't really make that much of a difference. Now for the price tag. Now what people really care about is the display. Now the notch has become an ancient display, and it was a relief when Apple moved to the pill hole cutout for the 15 series, for the 14 Pros and the regular 15s. But now they brought the notch back, and yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna like that at all, because the display is the main part of the phone, let's be honest. That's what everyone looks at. And to put a notch in there and put it at this price tag, no. Now if it was a little cheaper, sure, it would be understandable. They're cutting costs, but you can't call this cost cutting. I mean, if the 15 series, if the regular 15s didn't exist, then maybe they could pull it off. But as far as the since it does exist, no way. But this price, it's not worth it. Sure, you can get a bit better video and photos because the 18's processing power, but how much of a difference is that really gonna make? I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a huge difference for people to go and, wow, I have to buy that phone over this one. So yeah, doesn't make much sense to me. And what else does this phone have? Oh, it does have the action button over the 15, which is a nice and useful thing, I'll admit, but it's not enough to justify the price tag. And thankfully, it has like USB Type-C. That's something. And it's apparently using a modem that Apple created based on the modems that Intel used, because Apple bought a majority stake in Intel or something. So that would be interesting, but yeah, those are the little things, and people don't really notice that stuff. The display is the main issue, honestly. If they put a whole pill hole cutout display on this, then it would have been justified, but that's another problem for the 15s and 16s, then people won't be that enticed to buy those phones. So I don't know who this phone is for, actually. I mean, it's not for anyone who's looking for a budget phone, because it's too expensive. And it's not anyone who's looking for a higher end Apple iPhone, because those phones are this phone is expensive and close to them, and for the extra money, the 16 seems worth it, and for the same price you can get the 15, which visually looks better. So yeah, this phone doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't know what the audience for this phone is, honestly. Everyone was hoping for the SE successor to be cheaper, hopefully $400 range, $450 range. But it's $600 and that's too much. No. And apparently, one thing they're boasting about is it's going to have incredible battery life. Not sure how, what the specifics are, but yeah, that's great and all. But the current iPhones have a decent battery life as it is, so I don't know if that's a hard enough selling point. So yeah, I think it was a big miss what they did with the iPhone SE successor. No, they didn't call it a successor, but that's what we're guessing. But yeah, it was a big miss with the iPhone 16e.